gentlemen. Monday morning, it looks like I'm getting to do these more on Monday mornings than Sunday evenings due to the travel schedule and everything like that. So I hope this works out for all. It was interesting last week for the two of you that I heard from about competitive balance, and it's a really important topic in sports because I think you can all see how it had to do with how teams affect the whole league. We're seeing a very interesting situation unfold in these last couple weeks of September in baseball, where one of the teams that's running out there, kind of running away from everybody, the Yankees have sort of been forgotten because they're having a really super season. And in any other year, pushing 100 victories would be a dominant performance, and yet we have the Red Sox out there seemingly just not losing, and they're well over 100 victories. Now, because of the nature of that Yankee-Red Sox rivalry that has its kind of grip on fans that go beyond New York and Boston, you can see, I think, how that could have a really positive economic effect for Major League Baseball in terms of fan interest and going into the playoffs and all the related activities and attention that will get. So there's an example of where maybe a little competitive imbalance may have hurt in local markets, but certainly is helping in a national market. And those are the kind of things I hope we took away from it and see how things go. All right, this week is a little different. As you can see, there's no discussion this week because you have a bigger assignment. You have a written assignment. It's something that's very, very, I think, interesting. It's sometimes a little better when it comes up in the spring because we're in the middle of the season of the sport that I'm talking about in the assignment. But as I may have mentioned, this assignment almost has the indirect blessing of an NBA owner. So it's centered on the NBA and a question you may have wondered if you do follow basketball and other sports as we use the playoff system. The assignment, as you can read, is to take the position of making a recommendation to an owner. Do we go for the last playoff spot? Given what you've just learned about competitive balance, the impact that you can have on marketing, the value of a team, how you're building either for the future or for now, what are you trying to do? Do we go for playoff spots if we're on the edge? If you're not running out ahead of everybody, if you're not Golden State or Boston or what has been Cleveland and now maybe the Sixers, an amazing process that they went through was very interesting. You're going to have teams struggling to make the playoffs. Is it worth it to them? Well, putting together everything we've discussed so far, this is your assignment. You need to make a decision on that. So please read the assignment carefully, and let's put together as much thought as you can during the week and come up with a really good recommendation to the ownership of your team. What do you think you ought to do? So either pick a hypothetical team, pick a real team that you think may be in that situation, and let's see what we can do. And I do encourage you to ask questions during the week. I'm not just going to ignore it and see how it goes because there's no discussion. This is a little bit of a challenge because we haven't really spent any direct time on basketball, but basketball has been mentioned in the readings and the resources, and it's something where I think we can see things get applied very readily. All right, so that's really our assignment for this week, and I know it's a small class and it's tough, and sometimes you kind of even forget that it's there because it's only the four of us involved. Make sure that you're, when a little practical, little housekeeping hints here, not that hard to respond to everybody in the discussion board right now. Technically that requirement we always have in other classes where you respond to 2 other people. Well, guess what? That takes care of the whole class. So you've responded to 100%. That'd be pretty good. And I still think these discussions are where we're going to get a lot of learning, and a lot of things are going to happen. A lot of interaction will happen. So again, if you have any questions about anything, please contact me. Travel schedule is a little bit lighter this week, so I will be around more and probably checking more every day than every other day or something like that. And I am pleased with the way things have gone so far. Let's keep up and see what we can get done this week. Okay, it's an interesting assignment. I'll let you know what the actual NBA owner had to say was his answer to the question when the assignments are done at the end of the week. I'll reveal the name of the owner, who it was, and what he said about it. Okay? Thanks again. Bye.